My name is Kelly.
My name is Sara.
And this is our story.
Caring for orphans is a big part of what goes on at Redeemer, and so once you're there for a little while, you just kind of becomes part of your world.
Even before we went to Redeemer, we were talking about, are we going to adopt little kids and help them? Are we going to foster care? Are we going to do this? Are we going to, are we both going to join the Peace Corps when my kids turn 18 or whatever? We were just trying to figure out where our role or place in the world was in terms of helping. And then, of course, we come to Redeemer and...
Adoption culture.
Yeah, it's like an adoption culture, which wasn't why
great.
We did this. It's awesome, but it was just sort of like that. Okay, we're obviously in the right place. And then, the Project 111 guy, Ben comes and does that, and literally, I think I saw a little bit of a tear in Sarah's eye as we're in church.
Like this, actually.
Like, literally, like a bunch. And then, we left, and we were both like, okay, we were wondering what God was calling us to do, and we've been struggling with this issue, and the whole one family, one church, one mission, and we were like, all right, with that one family in the church, and then, I'll be honest, I was like, maybe some other family will step up, and then we don't have to be that one family. Maybe there's another reason why, we're doing all this, but basically, we kind of knew at that point. First thing we did was we went home, and I was like, Googling, adoption, and foster care, and all these other things, and we just started looking at different
YouTube
videos and stories about adoption and all these different things, and honestly it was just kind of one of those like, okay, I guess we're the one family at the one church with the one mission that we're gonna sign up for this, and
we found out who we needed to contact and the paperwork, and just got the ball rolling before we could change our minds. And we took the class right away. We're like, what's the soonest we can take the class? Like, let's do this. And we were really excited about it. And the process takes a while, and it wears you out sometimes.
Our process took a lot longer because we happened to get in right at the time that DHS was privatizing some stuff, and it altered our path. There were frustrations with why is it taking so long. We were we were told like, oh yeah, a couple months, you take the classes, everything's gonna be good. And there were frustrations along the way of like, why is this not happening as quick as we thought? We thought everything was done, and then they'd call us, oh, well, we're missing this. Okay, we already sent it to you. We'll send it to you again. And we basically got to the point that we were both like, maybe this isn't what we're supposed to do.
We did have
I don't know.
Conversation.
Maybe we're not. Maybe it's so difficult to get through this foster care process that we're just not supposed to do it. And maybe we messed up. Maybe we thought God was calling us to do this, but we weren't. So, honestly, back to the drawing board. It kind of actually gave us the time to, discuss and be frustrated and upset with DHS and upset with the system, that we actually had conversations of like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. But whatever day that they approve us, there's a reason, But there are kids that will need us on that day.
Well, we were able to get over,
That's why I'm breaking down, is because on that day, with the day we signed up, they were like, we need these 3 kids.
They really did. I mean,
Right.
Truly, we signed the papers, and they said, oh, great, we're glad that we got that all out of the way. And here we go. These are these kids. I mean,
Right.
It was literally on another sheet of paper that was on the same table of all of the waivers and everything that we were signing.
Which is not what we signed up for. It was not one kid who's 6 to 12 with no problem. We felt like that's why we were there on that day, to sign that paperwork and have this offered to us. And we just knew that God had called us to figure it out. The best part about the entire story is we're sitting there and, we were like, well, we don't have, car seats. We don't have toys. We don't have anything for little kids. We were prepared for, somebody, with this age range we don't understand. And they literally were like, we just talked to your pastor, and his name Andy, and he said that the whole church is behind you, so you guys can handle it, and not only were they correct, and I knew Andy had been there, to convince them of this, but it just reminded me that God was so powerful that what he did was he put Andy in like some sort of situation that he was at a conference with the leader, the director of DHS, and had a conversation about how, well, we have the church that has the one family that's willing to step up, and they've had problems. They've had problems throughout this, process. So what's up? And I believe, my understanding is that Andy gave them our name, and they went, well, we'll fix that. Well, they did, by golly. They called us that next day, and we were in there signing papers, and, the big key with that is that they were correct. When they said, well, your whole church is behind you, and I actually told them, Sarah was there, I said, well, we're going to find that out real fast, because I'm making a phone call.
All out. They didn't just call us out.
Yeah,
they called our whole church out.
I think we literally left there, and I think within about 5 or 10 minutes, I can't remember, I called Andy, literally within a couple of minutes of each other, all right, here's the deal. You guys threw us under the bus with this whole foster care thing. We need help, because we knew we were going to be lost. And that's what I tell people, that's how awesome God is that, I called, Paul, and I called Andy, and I was like, I need your help, guys. We got a weekend to figure this out. And, I tell everyone within 48 hours we actually have more stuff than we know what to do with. Sarah has actually boxed up stuff to give to the next foster care family or to give to other people that need it, It was amazing.
Yeah, on Thursday we signed the papers, and Friday morning we were sitting with you and Andy at his kitchen table trying to figure it out and getting advice on, okay, don't worry about this, just do this, just give the love and just, support, and everything else will take care of itself. To name off, I shouldn't name names because there are so many people who have helped us that inevitably I would leave out someone. Everybody just came together and just wanted to love and support us and our new little ones, and they did. And when we go to church, everybody loves on them, and it's the one place, they've never met a stranger. It's the one place I can feel comfortable just letting them run around and be picked up and to know that they're safe and know that they're loved, and they don't care that they're kind of terrorizing everything. That's just part of what Redeemer is, and we just all embrace it and love everyone's kids, and it's just all okay, and everyone is just helping us.
6 months ago, we might have had some other kids or whatever, but the point was that we got approved on the day that we need to get approved for those little kids that needed us really bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude.
This is God.
I don't mean to break down, but there was just a day that it overwhelmed me, and I called Andy and I was like, I don't know what to do, but I need your help, because the guys at Project 111 and other churches, that people need to realize that there is this need out there, and
that you can do it.
I'm sorry.
You can do it. We're not amazing. We're not anything special.
I'm sorry, I started laughing and crying at the same time. So
I'm not. I've never even been a mom before. They haven't experienced things that are just completely normal and you just take for granted, and just by me being me and letting them see me do the laundry and things like that and just be in my warm, safe house, that's something they've never experienced before, and that's what they need. You don't have to have a master's degree or be a pediatrician or a teacher or anything like that. I love you, but there's nothing special about us.
No, we're just normal.
It's just, they just want love and attention. They will all three climb on your lap at the exact same time. If you sit on the floor, you're a goner. They are going to just attack you and love on you because they haven't had an opportunity to have that. And so if you can just provide for their basic necessities, I mean, that's why they were taken from wherever they were taken, because that need was not being met. So it's not like you have to give them the world. By letting them into your world, you are giving them